Yo guys, what is up? Welcome back to some more Zero Hour and welcome back to part number 3 of these 2v2 map, The Competition. This map here is by Newgate and it's actually called Hell on Rails. So it looks like a nice use of textures throughout this map. All looks pretty well blended together. You've got a main supply here. You've got a supply back here, which could be considered your safe. Very, very safe supply, nice and far in the back. And then you've got one here for the enemy team as well. You got some oils here in the middle. Some supply crates here along the train track to fight over. Nice little layout of the train track. You've got these little doorways with the lights on it, and you've got one on this side as well. One thing I did notice about this map is actually you've got a big dead area here, and whilst there's some cool looking buildings and like a POW truck and some other random bits like this random bridge, I suppose that's actually a turntable bridge, isn't it? Actually switches and alternates. That's very, very interesting. Very, very nice. Newgate is one of the best mappers that I'm aware of in Zero. I've played a lot of his single player missions and they're actually very, very good. Worker's not going to be easily going up there unless you're going to scrap. Unless you're going to use a scaffold to actually break into it. So actually if you get control in that top left area, I mean, the enemies, can they go up this area? I'm not actually too sure. I'm guessing you probably can go weave your way up there. But then down here, yeah, dead area. So let's say hog or something like that. Yes, that's map number 19, and that's called Hell on Rails. We're now going to jump into map number 20, which is Hidden Pearls. Okay, Hidden Pearls. This one is another Jundy map. Have played this one a couple of times before. You've got 3 distinct oils in your base and one pretty full safe supply, 45k on that main supply. So you've got to be getting your oils nice and early on this map. You've got supplies here. You've got a refinery here. Supplies here and refinery here. So symmetrical. You've got those little church building things. A few tank traps. This supply here, which... you try to take it and it ends up being quite hard to hold because, like, let's say you're against the China or whatever, you can just put a flamer here. You've got to hold that pretty nicely if you're going to be holding it. I mean, even if you did like GLA versus Nuke or whatever, Battle Mask could get in there so easy, so it's quite kind of a hard supply to take. Likewise in the middle, a little bit hard to secure as well because it is perfectly in the middle and there's quite big entrances that you've got to try and protect, but I suppose that's part of the game. You've got to try and defend it. Very, very nice and symmetrical. All the colors go nicely. Plenty of money and stuff like that. Perfectly symmetrical no matter which way you play it as well. Got a supply there and the supply there. So yeah, this one's called Hidden Pearls number 20. I'm going to now jump into 21, which is Highway Plus. Let's say here, Highway Plus made by Assassin. Play fair and have fun. So it looks like a top versus bottom map. Very, very green. Lots of trees and a big highway. Got 2 oils and supply crates there. You've got your main supply here, which is 30k. Little house, oil. Nice bridge. Nice bridge. Looks like some kind of AOD map where you'd spawn here and here, and then the enemies have to come through, and you've got to stop them coming. Lots and lots of street lights. 4 crates there, 4 crates there per player. So yeah, very, very interesting place to fight over in the middle. Especially if you get a flamer on top of there, you could flame down. That's one tactic you could do. USA is going to have a hard time collecting that, but it's kind of like Gorge Drought, where your third supply is a little bit more forward, and if a tank gets a gat there or a China gets a gat there, you're not going to be able to collect on it. So very, very important to hold the middle. Yes, this one's called Highway Plus, and it looks like by Assassin. Okay, map number 22, Lionheart. Okay, looks actually looks a similar layout to that one by Newgate that we saw before, but is this by someone else? Is it by Death? Oh, it's Adrian. Death Scythe or something is the other name, Adrian. You can just see it behind the text just. Okay, so let's have a look. I always like to look where you start off. So you start off with an oil and a safe supply. Got a second supply there. Nice little boat thing going on. Nice little water that's flowing in the right direction as well. Looks like it's going through the... supposed to be going through the pipes. There are cars on the extremes of the map. Are there any cars No, so there are cars on the extremes of the map, but you're not really going to rally a terrorist over there, because by the time you get it over there and micro it also an enemy base, probably not going to be all that successful, but it's an option. Got big passageways. This area is useful because you've got the bunkers and you've got the refinery, the reinforcement pad, but it's not that useful. It's not worth a huge battle just to get the reinforcement pad, and that can be killed in just a few RPG shots, never mind yeah, if the enemy captures it and you kill it, you also gain XP from it as well. Same over there. So yeah, you got your supply, you got a second supply. I suppose if you are some kind of China versus USA, you're going to want to get him off that supply by putting GATs and stuff here. In the middle, okay, middle is a very important point actually. You've got 3 crates either side of the refinery. Supply there, so supply there has actually got 30k, and then you've got this oil. So yeah, very, very nice map. I do think though that the middle is super, super important, I suppose, because of that house. Actually, I like that house. Maybe it could be another one, but actually I do like that house at least, because if the team does secure the middle, and then they're obviously getting super overpowered because they've got more money, you could then somehow hold it because you have got this bunker here. You could drop down a fire base here, and you could try and encompass them and hold them, because yeah, you just risk it. If there was loads of stuff in the middle, whoever secures the middle then usually becomes overpowered. But actually there's only 6 crates and you can hold it with that house. So actually to me it looks pretty nice. So yeah, 2 oils per player it looks like actually. But yeah, just the far extremes of the map, probably not all that much worth facing, unless you're like infantry and you want to capture them to get assault troop callers. That would be pretty nice. So yeah, that one's called Lionheart. We're now going to move on to another map. This one's called Lithium, number 23, if you want to vote for this map. So it looks very, very symmetrical. Looks like some kind of arena. In your main base, you've got 1 supply. Then it looks like 30k. You've got an oil here. Takes you to the middle where it says actually EA written very, very nicely. That's got to be some kind of image. It has to be an image. Can't see that being drawn with textures, but if that's drawn with textures, then that definitely definitely looks cool. We've got EA Games written in the middle. It looks like you got 4 crates there stacked on top of each other. I don't know if I like it when they're all stacked heavily on top of each other, but different at least. Got nice little patterns going on here in the water and stuff. Nice little flowers and stuff. You got loads of repair bays. And I don't know if they stack or not. I don't know if you capture like 3 or 4 if they stack. I don't think they do, but I think if you get junk repair as well as the repair bay, then they do. So yeah, everyone's going to have repairable buildings. I think whoever gets the middle is probably just going to take the whole middle. I can't see the middle being shared for very long, unless it was a GLA mirror. Maybe you could have a line of tunnels versus a line of tunnels, maybe. But does this map support no ecos? I mean, probably if you get an imbalanced matchup, probably a no eco is going to be coming at you. Could you hold it? I mean, it's kind of a choke point. You could get enough tank hunters and bunkers out in order to hold it. But yeah, very, very nice map. Very, very highly detailed and pretty. That one's called Lithium. Next one is called Make War. This one is map number 24 if you want to vote for it. And okay, so we've got 2 supplies in our main base, both of which 30k, and 2 safe oils as well. So yeah, like that, plenty of money to go around. Not necessarily a no eco map. We've got artillery platform in between, and then artillery platform between the enemy bases as well. And in the middle, we've got reinforcement pad, artillery platform, 3 supply crates, 3 supply crates. Whoa, a major supply crate, and then 3. Okay, that's going to be very interesting. Like, you get a GLA mirror, you're probably going to be sharing that. I'm guessing you can get units down the side, especially that side. I don't know about that side. I'm guessing the technical could fit through there, maybe. So yeah, 2 safe supplies, 2 oils. I think that could be pretty nice, to be honest. I don't think it'd be my absolute first pick. First pick of map. I usually like a 3rd safe expansion, but it's just my preference. So yeah, I don't know. I shouldn't be telling you my opinion anyway. I like a 3rd safe supply. Now you know. Now you know what I like. Make War. That was 24. 25. We're going to see MT wins more. One thing I would say about these maps is to get the name looking decent. Like MT wins more with no spaces in between. just a little bit weird. Like, for example, with Lionheart, you've got like Tournament Desert with a space in between. We've got one coming up later called Sunken Destruction. They've all got spaces in the middle. Like, empty Windsmore, all one word. It just looks a little bit weird, and I don't know if that would impact how often people play it or not. But yeah, just a little tip that I've got. Okay, so yeah, what are we on now? Empty Windsmore. Okay, so you've got this safe supply here. 4 crates back here. Safe supply here, right at the back. So you could still do a 2 supply build order. Supply there, supply there. Oil. Snow map. I always like snow maps, and it's nice and light as well. You got a repair bay. Got this bunker, and we've got 2 supplies in the middle, as well as some oils as well. So very, very nice and symmetrical map. Reminds me a little bit. I was going to say Tournament Tundra, but it's not really, is it? Not really anything like Tournament Tundra. I mean, just because it's snowy, I suppose, and it's a little bit square, a little bit rectangle. So yeah, very, very nice map. Empty Windsmore. Next map we're going to look at is called Oil Rush B. V2. Okay, so this one, the bases start awfully close together. Actually, this is a very unique map. Soviet Union 3A83 this one's by. This has no supplies on the map. It's all oils. Just a crazy amount of oil. So uniqueness gets a 10 out of 10 for me, because I don't think there's any map that's just purely loads of oils. There's probably, yeah, there's no money maps where you get like 1 oil or whatever, but there's no purely just hundreds of oils everywhere. So yeah, you've got 1 oil there, 3 oils here, refinery here. Ooh, I have got terror cars, and I'm guessing you can get inside of that. We've got 2 oils here. Noisy village. But then the big thing here is like 1, 2, 3, 6 oils there. And 6 oils here, of which most of them look like they're in the ground, partially. So yeah, this one, again, I'm going to say it probably wouldn't be my absolute first pick, but would I be interested to play it? Yes, I definitely would, just to see what happens. It actually looks not symmetrical. Oh, it definitely makes all that much difference, though. But yeah, the 3 oils there are all together. But they're not. But I mean, you still got 3 oils. It doesn't matter exactly where they're positioned. It's not gonna really change the game at all, is it? So yeah, would you go for the terror car in the beginning? Can you get that truck? Actually, I'm not 100% sure. Can you get that terror car? Maybe. The bases are quite far away, so you probably could get some kind of defense up. I think you can get in that coach. Yeah, someone might have to actually go in and test it, whether you can get in them buildings or not. But yeah, very, very unique map. That one's called Oil Rush B. Clues in the name. Ragged Riches is next. This is the last one of Group 3, number 27. And I actually didn't place the AI here, so you can't see where the bases spawn. But I'm guessing it would be here. And here, I guess. No, sorry. It'd be there. 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 And there, wouldn't it? Yeah, it would. I think, yeah. So you've got this supply and this supply. So you've got 2 safe supplies. Then you got an oil. You've got your hospital. You've got a refinery in the corner. Wow. There's a lot of shit to fight over in the middle. So yeah, this is one of the maps where if the enemy team controls the middle, that's game over. So it's a bit like DEFCON, where you've got to fight for the middle. You can't just camp in your base where there's so much money. But that many oils. What could be interesting, I always talk about flame walls. It seems every video I talk about flame walls, or every map I'm talking about flame walls, but you could get a flamer here and flame over it. So even if you didn't have control of the middle, at least you could do some damage to the oils. But if it was like a GLA mirror and they locked down the middle, and there was no way you could get TNTs in or demo bikes over the sides or whatever, if you went demo, then that would probably be pretty hard. So yeah, middle there is very, very important. Could you end up sharing the middle? It's a possibility. I do think one team would eventually kick the other one out, but I suppose that's the game, isn't it? You lose the middle. So much money, then you're going to lose the game. So yeah, you got 2 safe supplies. So you still have a decent amount of money. I mean, how much is there? 30k. 30k and 30k. So you've still got 60k in your base. Plus, do we have any oils? Yeah, we have oils in the corners as well. So you could go all in for the middle, or you could try and go for the extremes of the map as well and try and go for the oils. Or you could go for all of it. So yeah, very, very interesting map. And that is it, actually. Yeah, so that was number 27, Ragged Riches. So I'll just go back on the map list. So here we had Hell on Rails, number 19, Hidden Pearls, Highway Plus, Lionheart, Lithium, Make War, MT Winsmore, Oil Rush B, or Ragged Riches. So yeah, place your votes. It'll only be the votes on game replays. You got 2 votes for your 2 favorite maps, and it's up to you if you want to explain which one are your favorite. Otherwise, on the YouTube video, you can let me know in the comments, but only the ones on game replays will be taken forward for the actual vote. So yeah, GG, and see you in the next one.